If you follow Schopenhauer or the popular idea of playing the fool when outside, you are scamming yourself. You should be kind, helpful and such. It will lift up your local community and yourself too. Schopenhauer was simply cynical and probably depressed, one of those neurotics. That said, I do not tell certain people of my hobbies. This isn't such a thing as playing the fool, but simply knowing the time and place. You'd be surprised at how many ordinary people can get that spark in them. I believe that being courageous when entering a new place, to speak up and be your best self, beats pretending and ending up with nothing.
Believed that intelligence itself was a curse, one that isolates.
Damn, this rabbit hole is real and it goes deep. I'm really sad for these people. They probably live in bad places. I mean, to a certain extent it's your own perception and what you pay attention to and what you attract, but you can't just live in Romania. That's cooked. But it's just tragic. That's so many people. Don't you realize you are all like sardines in a can saying the same thing? Why don't you just talk to each other? If you are so smart, you can surely learn. Online chat rooms. Ayanokoji, just look at his disinterested face. I pity him. A lab tube kid, he is canonically socially stunted and drawn toward the worldly life that got beaten out of him. But even that school is full of games and for the elite. He isn't impressed by any of it, and, well, what you aren't impressed by and what you already have, you will get more of. He just wants a normal life, but greater forces interfere in that. Who is smarter, ayanokoji or Isaac Newton? It goes deep. Man, what? Deep. Petition to ban illiterate people from the subreddit. That would fairness snap the sub. Who is smarter? Oh my god. Sign, get these meat munchers out of here. Get content farmed. The classroom of the elite sub. Reddit. This is so... bruh. He's a good hero for a story, nothing more. And people also only like him because of the power fantasy and assume some intensity and struggle, I bet. Anti-hero ayanokoji doing mind games is fun to watch. Classroom of the Elite is one of the good ones. Yeah, it's out of fashion being a wolf in sheep's clothing. Stoicism too. I know it was probably in response to hysteria, but nowadays it gets used like some large truth to live by, when really emotional maturity and a good attitude will always beat just numbing yourself out. Emotions are very powerful. Self-improvement is great and all. Even more that just deciding on it will already make you pay attention and put you in a student's position to better yourself. But the two worst parts are these social norms of the grind set missing sleep and intensity, and that there are cults just waiting to exploit people who want to better themselves. Andrew Tate's kind of words. Some are close, but even those miss because of his psychopathy and greed. Also too focused on masculinity and wealth, which does help the spread of the idea. Of course I can't tell if he knows or just says what sounds good. What do you expect from a pimp? Jocko, Jordan Peterson, David Goggins, Andy Huberman? No, you have to do it without that personality pollution. By that I mean, cultivate your lotus of control. Pay attention whether you get actual information you can use or just motivational crap and shilling. These self-help books too are diluted versions far off from actual wisdom. Seriously interpreting fiction beats them any day. Know the why, and so you really do need to act on your own, not watch the videos that tell you to. Don't be too intense either. Regardless, Schopenhauer crawled so we could walk. I swear, these ancient philosophers make me disrespect ancient people, but hey, some concepts didn't exist back then. Schopenhauer's take on art, that it briefly frees of the will, which in today's terms would probably be the beast, instincts or dopamine cravings. Anyways, interpreting art makes you less beastly. Me and the countless possible variety in day-to-day living aside, what he found was probably prefrontal cortex usage. Well, watch me interpret porn! I'm kidding. If it's not that, it's a comfy state of being, and, this is a mouthful, just get the vibes, enlightened social advanced language communication. Or, an insanely good metaphor I'm making right now of chalk drawings and psychological recursion on meta-art, which would also make sense considering Hegel did something too. Hegel and Schopenhauer were in the same time. And yeah, art do be cool, but it's just another language. Art seriously determining reality, which, at that time, or Schopenhauer, believed everything at will, and while this is a mystically fitting way to see the world, it's also clearly without the insight we have now. I wonder what he'd think of meta-art actually. Well, interpreting the art would make it a language, and while it's true that language shapes our perception a lot, to everything taken off, there has to be a ground. While it shapes us, it's not reality. The human species' perception of reality may be in communication only. Or we are locked away from death. This can get deep, but seems redundant, although a bit cute too. I'm glad philosophy split into physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, physiology. Lots of logies. Huh? Another humbling for the oh-so-bright in me. I shall just accept Schopenhauer's pessimism, since I seem to suffer more trying to escape or react to it. Well, thoughts are single signals, we are drawn to extremes, and ego makes us stay there. A step higher is polarity, yo. When it's all chalk drawing anyways.